Yo, it's your boy Straight Cash coming to you guys today with another video of those three flamers WNBA edition. Man, sorry about the video yesterday, man. The sound, I didn't even listen to it or watch it again before I put it in there. But you guys got the drift, man. The Flamers definitely did what they did if you picked the right combination. And definitely, man, like I told you guys, we got lineups that we're putting out. Two lineups every game, every set of games. So if you need those, you get the 2 for $5, and just hit me up in the PayPal, and leave a message with the money. But if not, hey man, hopefully you guys picked what you needed to pick to get you to the green. As always, comment, like, subscribe, share this video, share this video as we continue to grow the Cash Fab. Follow your boy on Twitter at Chester_native. The spelling is in the description. And we back. First up, Miss Tina Charles, man. Miss Tina Charles has been balling out lately. She's been in two perfect lineups the last two games. She been well over a fantasy point per minute as well. She played 38 and one, got you a 49, was in a perfect lineup. Played 37 and one, got you a 53, was in a perfect lineup. Against this team, Atlanta team, she's a fantasy point per minute, if not well over a fantasy point per minute. That's been her whole career. She's been in a perfect lineup already this year. She played 36 minutes, got you a 48. I see that happening again tomorrow. That DVP is definitely making it do what it do. It's all in the greens, minus Miss Big Mama Steph. So they've been playing with her minutes, so really can't knock her. She still almost got a fantasy point per minute. She averages about 20 real life real life points, 10 real life rebounds, 2 real life assists, 2.5 steals and blocks in 35.5 minutes. Impacts the game 12%. Usage is 29.2%. She's about a fantasy. She is a fantasy point, almost 2 fantasy points per minute. She's averaging almost 40 fantasy points per game. Her home away splits are awesome. That's the first lady from the top tier. Next up, Miss Aja Wilson, man. Miss Aja Wilson has been balling out since she came back. She got a 20, played 26, got you a 44. Last game she played 34, got you a 35, was in a perfect lineup. Against this team, she's been over a fantasy point per minute player. She played 32 last game, got you a 35. Before that, last year, played 26, got you a 31. Played 34, got you a 59. Played 32, got you a 35. So definitely, I say lock her in. As always, we're going to look at that DVP. That DVP is screaming, play me, play me, play me. She averages about 15.6, almost, I would say 16 real life points, 5.2 assists, rebounds, almost 2 assists per game, 2.5 blocks, steals per game in 27 minutes. It's down 27 minutes because she's just coming back from an injury. I think she gets 30 tomorrow. She impacts the game 10%. Her usage is 27.3. She averages about 1.5 fantasy points per minute, and she's averaging almost 30 fantasy points per game. Her home away splits are awesome. I say lock her in. Last but not least, in the top 10, Miss Elena, I do it all, Della Don. Man, she's a fantasy point per minute player against every squad that she's ever played through her whole career. We can go back all the way to the beginning, but if you look, she's been definitely doing her thing, and she does it in about 25 to 26 minutes. She's been a fantasy point per minute player against this squad, against the Chicago squad. Pretty much they do what they want. The only things that I worry about is guards against Chicago, but they still do what they want as well. Last game she played 33, got you a 35, was in a perfect lineup. Played 22, got you a 26. And then last year, she did the same thing. That DVP is screaming, play me, play me, play me. She's averaging almost 20 real life points, 8 rebounds, 2.5 assists, about almost one steal block per game in 30 minutes. Impacts the game 16.8%, so almost 17%. Usage is 22.9%. She's about a fantasy point. She is a fantasy point per minute player. She's averaging 34, almost 35 fantasy points per game. Her home away splits are awesome. So those are the three top tier. Mid tier, I like Miss Hayes, Miss Atkins, and where is she? Where is she? Where is she? I don't see too many members. I will not pick Miss Breland again today, even though I do think that she's in a great spot, but I will not pick her today, man. Was it her? Nah, it wasn't her. There it is. Miss Neesman. These are the three mid-tier people that I'm going with. Miss Tiffany Hayes, because on the low she's been balling against all the squads that she's been going up against. Last game she played 32, got you a 37. Against this squad, she's good from anywhere for about a 24 to I would say about a 30. She can poke her head out for a big game like a 53. So I think that she does get that 30 to 32 tomorrow. Next up, Miss Ariel Atkins. Now I've been playing her. I didn't go over her DVP. Is definitely good, and she's averaging almost 20 real life points. Um, 3.5 rebounds, almost 3 assists, almost one steal, one block. 30 minutes, she impacts the game 5 point, almost 6%. Usage is 33.68 because she's the guard one, going through her hands every time. She's about a fantasy point per minute player. She's averaging 27 points, 75 fantasy points per game. Her home away splits are awesome. So with that being said, think about locking her in. Next up is Miss Ariel Atkins, man. Like I said, I've been playing her. Since she's been back, and she's been definitely meeting expectations, man. She's been doing her thing. Um, a lot of people have been sleeping on her. I think today she's going to be high on. They hiked her price up, to 7,700. But I think, hey man, for her production, it's still a good price. As you can see, she's a fantasy point per minute player. Against Chicago, she's well over a fantasy point per minute player, if not a fantasy point per minute player. She was in a perfect lineup against them last year, played 29 minutes, got a 46. She was in a perfect lineup against them this year, played 32, got you a 42. The DVP is not really that good. It's not good at all, actually. But I'm not scared of that. She does what she does. She's averaging 11 real life points, almost three rebounds per game, 2.5 assists, 3.5 steals and blocks, and 25.7 minutes. Her minutes are going to be up also because there's no Miss Christy Tolliver tomorrow. She's already been ruled out over there on DraftKings. So Miss Ariel Atkins should definitely see all the minutes she can handle. That's why I say she's going to be like highly owned. A lot of people are really going to be on her tomorrow. I'm hoping that they see the DVP and it scares them away. That way we can have her. She's going to be one of the players that I lock automatically in my lineup. So I'm letting y'all know that now. Lock her in because she's definitely either way. Because some chalk. Even if she's chalk, lock her in. If she's not chalk, lock her in. Because either way, if she's chalk, you're still gonna need her to win because somebody's gonna have. Everybody's gonna have it. So you're gonna need to even the playing field. And if everybody doesn't have her, still lock her in because then she won't be chalk, but she's gonna do big things and she'll push you over. Um, no Miss Christy Tolliver. I definitely believe she's going to be chalk, but not all chalk is bad chalk. Sometimes you got to eat the chalk. And yeah, man, just lock her in. Miss Ariel Atkins. Next up, Miss Emma Neesmith, man. She's been balling out, man. So she returned from overseas, man. She's been a fantasy point per minute player most games over. Against Chicago, she played 18 minutes this season and got you 15. That's been the norm for her against everybody. She averages about 16 and a half real life points, 2 rebounds, almost 4 assists. So that means she sees the floor good. She passes the ball. So she's going to rack up numbers everywhere. Almost 1.5 steals a block in 23 minutes. She impacts their game 11.5%. Her usage is up to 25.31. She's a fantasy point, almost 2 fantasy points per minute player. and she averages about 27.20 fantasy points per game, and her home away splits are awesome. Those are the three mid tier that I like. With that being said, like I said again, lock Miss Ariel Atkins in. Now to the low tier, Miss Hines Allen. That's my little jazz hum for you guys. Oh man. And I'm gonna go another. I done seen too many mamas cry. I'm feeling it, and I don't want that to be mine. You say you get money, you lie. Alright, that's that that's that Glizzy. Shout out to Shot Glizzy too, man. That CD is awesome. I'm looking for who I had. Ms. Indoor is a good play, but as you can see, they hiked her price up. She was 4,000. They hiked 4,400. They hiked her up to 2,000 more. So she's still a good number, but I don't think this game she does her thing. So hey, man, that's up to you guys if you want to still play her. Do, 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 do. There she goes. All right. Here's our low tier people that we're gonna run with, man. First up, Miss Shatari Walker Kimbrough. Hey, as you can see, she's been balling out with the minutes that they've been recently giving her minutes. She's been good for about anywhere from that I would say 14 to 21 minutes, and she's been putting in about a fantasy point per minute, if not over a fantasy point per minute, against all the squads she's been playing. If you look at her history, every minute that she's got on that floor against Chicago, she's done a fantasy point for each minute. They giving her up to 21 minutes last game. She did 22, played 22, got you 22. And the game after that, she played 14, got you 8. They're low people, so hey, don't expect nothing. But I still think she gets 20 tomorrow. They got her at about 14.90, about 14 things, which is about 2.7 value. She averages 6 real life points, 1 rebound, almost 1.5 assists, almost 1 steal and 1 block in 15 minutes. She impacts the game 3.4%. Usage is about 17%. She's about a fantasy point per minute player. Her home away splits aren't that good, but she averages about almost 11 fantasy points per game. So I'd say lock her in as one of your low owned people. Next up, Miss Maisha Hines Allen. I really like her tomorrow. Like I really like her tomorrow. And she's over a fantasy point per minute player when she gets whatever minutes, and it hasn't changed against Chicago, as you can see. In all 3 games that she's played against Chicago, she's got either a fantasy point per minute or over a fantasy point per minute. She averages almost 4 real life points, 2.5 rebounds, almost 1 assist a game, almost 1 steal, 1 block in 6 minutes. She impacts the game almost 2%. Her usage is high when she's on that court at 31.64. She averages almost 1.5 fantasy points per minute, and she's averaging about almost 10 fantasy points per minute per game. Her home away splits are not that good, but against Chicago, man, she's over. She does a fantasy point per minute, if not over. As long as they give her the minutes that they've been giving her, I see about 20 in her future. Last but not least, man, Miss Tiana Hawkins, and she's been a fantasy point per minute person since she's getting minutes or over. Chicago, she abuses them, as you can see. Been her whole career, she's been a fantasy point per minute player. And then back in 2017, she started getting over. She dropped back down to about a fantasy point per minute. Now she's been over. She played 16 minutes this year, got 23 against him. Played 18, got 21. She averages 7 real life points for 4.4.5 rebounds, zero point 0.4 assists, about a half of assists. I don't know how that works, but about a half of assists. Almost 1 steal, 1 block. In 13 minutes, she impacts the game 3%. Usage is very high when she's on that court at 29 and a half. And she averages a fantasy point and a half per minute. And she's averaging right now about 14.60. So about 15 fantasy points per game. And they have her about 15.17, which is about 3.1 times value. As I showed you, she trashes Chicago. So I think she should pretty much do what she needs to do. I say those two. If I had to pick, I would run those two, Maisha Allen and Tiana Hawkins, because they definitely do what they're supposed to do. Her home away splits are bad, but they aren't good. Are they? Like right in the middle. So those are the flamers for the day. That's the video. As always, follow your own gut, do your own research. Use your optimizer. My optimizer is line star at line star at line star at. Shout out to the family members also, man. I rock with you guys because you rock with me. Get over there on Twitter and follow them boys, man. They do big things. They're quick to answer you back if you have any questions. We are building a good relationship. Hopefully, I'll get a affiliate link for you guys pretty soon. Um, some of you have already signed up for it. That's what's up. So you can go along with me in the video and see what I'm doing and see what I'm talking about. I've left you guys with each one of them with some pretty good money to spend on other players to fill them. If whichever way you want to go with it, you can use the players from each of the tiers and make what you make. As always, like I said, follow your own gut, do your own research, use your optimizer, get busy, man. Hopefully, I see you guys in the green. As always, comment, like, subscribe, share this video, share this video, share this video. So we continue to grow the Cash fam. Let's continue to get these family members up, continue to get these likes up, continue to get these views up, man. So your boy can start making some moolah. Nah, man. I mean, everybody, don't do it for nothing, but, what I mean? I'm really doing it to help you guys, you know what I mean? I do eventually want to take it up, you know what I mean, to where I can monetize and everything, but that's here nor there. Right now, I'm enjoying the fun and the love that I'm getting right now, man. Continue to rock with me, and I'm going to continue to rock with y'all, man. We got the giveaway coming up. Um, for the 100 followers. I figured out I'm gonna either do a fully loaded fire stick, cause I do them, or I'm gonna do a lineup. I'm gonna do the giveaway for 2 lineups for free. So those are the 2 things that I'm debating on either giving away. When the fire stick is gonna come loaded with everything, television, everything. So you know. With that being said, man, comment, like, subscribe. Let's get these family members up. Get these likes and these views up, man, so we continue to grow. And hopefully I see you guys in the green. It's your boy Straight Cash signing out. Let's get this money. Keep cashing, DFS.